FLM, wide open thinking, world-class work, and far-reaching results. Now with locations in Minneapolis, Columbus, Indianapolis, and Washington, D.C. A strategic marketing and communications company dedicated to serving clients who specialize in the business of agriculture and the life of rural communities.
Jerry Baumeier from the Ohio State Soybean Association?
Soybean Association, yes, that's correct.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your operation in Ohio to begin with?
I'm a farmer, raise soybeans, corn, and wheat, and I'm from Gonzalez County, and I'm president of the Ohio Soybean Association, and farm with my son. We farm about 1,000 acres.
And what are some of the big issues you're dealing with this year?
Probably the largest issue, and it's not just this year, we've been in a running progress for the last 2 to 3 years, is the water quality issue. We have a bill introduced. It has gone through the Senate on water nutrient management. We've developed some criteria that we're going to try and follow. We have the 4 R's, and we also have a certification program that one person in a farm operation will need to be certified to apply dry chemical fertilizer.
And why is it so important to have that go through this year?
Well, I don't know the importance of it this year. We have a large algae problem basically on Grand Lake, St. Mary's, and Lake Erie, in the Lake Erie watershed, and that's our largest challenge. And this is basically caused by a high phosphorus content. So we've had it pass through the Senate at this point in time, and now we're moving into the House. We're going to have testimony this week. The Pro has testified now. This week we will be testifying on a neutral basis, commenting on the bill, and presumably in the next week to 2 weeks it will go through the House and then see how it passes through. This is basically the first bill of its kind in the United States. There's a lot of other states looking at how Ohio is handling their nutrient management program, because we're kind of a leader in that, and they want to see how it works in Ohio, how you write it, and work through it and see what kind of cooperation we have amongst the industry and also the farm community.
Can you tell a little bit about the reception in the farm community of this new program?
I think, I guess personally, we see that most agriculture people are willing to work with it. We as an industry do not want to spend any more money on fertilizer than we absolutely have to have. Through some of our research, we are proving that we're putting less phosphorus on the soil today than the plants are taking off, and we're still getting some problems there. I think the biggest challenge is going to be to find out why the phosphorus is actually moving in our soil profile. Hopefully in this process, we can, instead of getting regulations, we can find the cause of it, and at that point in time, work to solve it, because it doesn't do any good to regulate and then find out the regulations you have in place are not going to solve the problem. So let's get a little time frame in here, get the proper regulations to meet what's causing and doing whatever it is, and then we can move ahead from that point in time. And as a side note, we're finding out in certain areas of the state of Ohio where we have no agriculture around, the same thing is happening with the algae growth in bodies of water there. So it's a unique situation. We've, as Ohio, have been able to come up with about $1 million of grant money to research this. USDA and some of the universities have also put in another $1 million. So we basically have a $2 million project working on solving our phosphorus problem.
Outside of water quality, what are the other top challenges for soybean growers in Ohio?
We have worked pretty hard for the last 3 years trying to get a farm bill passed, and I think we have a good product there. I'd like to commend the House and Senate for putting together a bill that is a good bill and working hard. Unfortunately, it took us 3 years to get it done, but they finally come together, and I think all of agriculture appreciates it. Now it just has to be implemented.
Do you feel that you have more certainty now with that farm bill passed?
Yes, we gave up the direct payments, but we have a good quality crop insurance program. May not be always the same with every individual, but it reflects their actual production and their farming practices on their farm. We also have a good risk management tool based on price and market conditions rather than some of the other things.
Well, Mr. Bummer, I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at Commodity Classic.
Oh, I'm sure I will. It's going to be a busy 3 days coming up, but it's been fun and it'll continue to be fun for the rest of the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.